Okay, so good evening. My name is Mark Ball. I'm vetsportsonebay.com. This is the second break of the night. We just finished with the 2014 Topps Prime. Pretty solid case break there. Let's see if we can follow that mojo and bring it forward. Okay, so this case is it's a half case break for the 2014 Panini Prizm. This is the second half of the case. So I've got the hobby boxes right here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull those boxes out. Also, for the guys and gals that's been in my breaks before, know that I normally do a promo. A recent change as of last week is I started making it a progressive promo. What that means is, since nobody picked it in Prime and nobody's picked it since I started the promo, right now for the Prizm break, the promo is up to $13. And that $13 is credit towards another break. Okay, so that case is empty. Okay. So hopefully somebody will get it tonight. If not, the promo will be up to $14 for tomorrow's break. Okay. Let's see if we can't get another 1 of 1 or get some more cards out of 10. Okay, so let me go ahead and read off these teams real quick. Make sure you guys are tracking. Make sure there's no discrepancies. Okay, so for tonight, we got BSMI. He's got the Cowboys. Cody picked up the Jaguars. John's got the Chargers and Falcons. Calvin and Hobbs got the Packers. I think I need Calvin and Hobbs' autograph there. Okay, Kings 926 got the Saints. Mr. Letterer's got the Lions as usual. Mishan's got the Jets. Clover was in the first break. He figured it followed up with the second break. And that, for the second break, he's got the Broncos, 49ers, Seahawks, Patriots, and Browns. Okay. Mr. Wanderer picked up the Steelers again. D's picked up the Bears and Panthers. Stevens Meredith picked up the Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, Cardinals, Raiders, Bucks, and Titans. Stray Cat Pottery picked up the Rams. Jason's got the Giants and the Ravens. And he, let me see, make sure I'm reading it correct. He also got the Redskins and Colts. Okay. Tactical Q Diddy has got the Texans. And I know you're in the room because you already shouted at me to pull some giant Texans out of there. Okay. Also, Hoops has got the Vikings. Okay, so am I missing anybody for any teams? Is there any question? Okay. Okay, let me set that to the side. There's that. Okay, so if there's no questions, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the screen. And ladies and gentlemen, we will get started. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said you. Give me about 2 seconds to make sure I did, Kid Rock. Maybe not. Let me see. You know what? I issued that refund a little bit ago, didn't I? Let me go to this other page. eBay's got a thing that if you issue a refund, every once in a while it pops up to the still awaiting payment page, and I think that's what it was. Yep, here you are. Okay, so you picked up the Eagles and the Dolphins. I don't know why they do that. If I decide to issue a refund, it shouldn't go back and sit there and say that you still owe a payment. I mean, it's obvious that I initiated it. So, okay, so that should be the only discrepancy, guys. Okay, and yes, the Ravens did go. Jason got them. Okay, slide that right there. Okay. I do too, because it really throws things off. I've actually lost payments trying to figure out where it was at, and because when it shifts everything, it doesn't show up in my manager, so it still shows like there's money still out there. Guys, I like the fact that this thing gets a lot of color. Hopefully we'll continue to streak with the autographs. Last time I think we got 3 base autos, so 3 out of 11. Everything else was limited numbers. So these cases seem like when they're hot, they stay hot. And matter of fact, the Rams was hot in the first part of the case. They got a die cut auto, Zach Stacy, which was the gold versions out of 10, and then it got the Laurinaitis gold intro die cut, also serial numbered out of 10. So again, it seems like when these Prizms are hot, they stay hot. And I'll be upfront with you, the only thing I hate about these cases is when I get these good hits and I got to mail them out on Monday. You have to remember, I used to be a case breaker for my own personal collection, so to sit there and bust these cases and mail them out, it's almost like I go through separation anxiety. Guys, one of the things that I was submitting a quote for, and I got to do my research on the sales and stuff, Crown Royal, is that something that you guys might be interested in? Right now it's 2014. I don't think the 15's come out yet. Contenders have, but but I'm pretty sure the Crown Royal hasn't. Okay, so box number 1. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we got our first die cut, and that's Believe the Hype. Okay, and that's Cody Latimer for the Broncos. Okay, we got our little silver wave right there. Jarrett Allen, serial number. First one. Serial number 1 out of 99 for the Bears. So nice one for you guys that are eBay 1 of 1 type guys. Okay, so that's 2 votes for the crown then. Okay, cool. When I sit there and get the quote, like I said, I got to research because. Okay, I'll take a look because if it's I got to make sure it's profitable for me. I don't mind busting it, but I got to make sure it's within reason. Mike Glennon for the Buccaneers, fresh faces. Yeah, and I appreciate you guys letting me know what you guys like. I just, again, for me to continue to do this, I got to be able to make a little bit of money and go from there. If all I do is break even or lose money, the only one that gets ahead is eBay. Base auto, Michael Sam for the Rams. And then underneath that, the orange version, Julius Pepper, Green Bay Packers. Okay, we got our first die cut Prizm parallel, and that's the Jordan Matthews for the Eagles, and these are 1 in 96 packs. Okay, our first intro goes to my Steelers guy, Ben Roethlisberger. Okay, green and yellow. Okay, here's one for the Texans, but we'll see if we can't keep that pattern going. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. Okay, our first class ring. Johnny Manziel for the Browns. Mike Glennon, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Double hit pack. This time it's Eddie Lacy for Green Bay Packers. And underneath that, out of 50, Shaq Evans. And that's for the Jets. Okay, we got our first hands team. Leaving off the S. Antonio Brown, Pittsburgh Steelers. And underneath that, Tavon Austin for the Rams. Okay, we got one of the red X-Fractor type. These are out of 75. Or excuse me, these are out of 125. And that's card number 6, so it's very low number. Anyway, Tom Brady for the Patriots. We got our next fresh faces. Blake Bortles, Jaguars. Okay, then we get, next auto for the Vikings. David Yankee, and that is 52 out of 100. Okay. Our next base Prizm, that's Mike Evans for the Buccaneers. Okay. Next, Believe the Hype, Derek Carr for the Raiders. Okay, our next orange, Taylor Lewan for the Tennessee Titans. Okay, double hit pack on this one. Air Marshals, Matt Ryan for the Falcons. And underneath that, Jordan Reed, red and yellow for the Redskins. Okay, Green and yellow, Fred Jackson for the Bills. Okay. Mr. Jason Morrow, base Prizm for the Jets. Okay. Guys, every once in a while you see me pop over. If you're new with me, it's just to check my eBay messages and stuff on my Gmail, because sometimes people have problems with chat or the app when they're looking at it on the phone. So that's my secondary source of communication with you guys. So. How many new people we got in the room tonight? I know Big Poppy's been here before. I know John's been here. Kid Rock, Wanderer. And sometimes I might recognize you and I might not, since you got a different screen name for Ustream than you do for eBay. Wow. I think I know why it's been quiet. I think I left my phone in the other office. Okay. So nobody's squawking up, so I guess all you guys are repeat buyers, so. That's cool. I like the loyalty aspect. I just want to make sure if there's anybody new, I'd invite them to the Facebook group. Okay, last pack for this box. Okay. Started off, first thing we got is Hands team. This time it's an Anquan Bolden for the 49ers. Okay, our next orange, rookie, Jeff Janis for the Green Bay Packers. Okay, our next fresh faces, Khalil Mack for the Raiders. Okay, Julius Thomas, base, Broncos. It's the first time I've seen Steven spelled that way. It's I guess it's Stevan or something. I don't know if they pronounce it different or not. But Mr. Ridley, Patriots. Okay, and we got another Believe the Hype this time. Aaron Murray for the Chiefs. You need that Facebook invite? Okay, tell you what, I'll send you the link in about 2 seconds. Actually, I'm lying. It's going to take me just a hair bit more. Okay, Mr. Poppy, click on that link. You'll see a spot where it's asked to join, and later on I'll get on there and I'll approve you. We're over 50 members finally. But obviously I want to target 100, but I do want to get off of eBay eventually, or at least off of eBay for partial breaks and stuff, because I want to be able to do bigger and better things. So I can sit there and save, like my last eBay bill was a little over $400. If I can save that, I can actually buy another case for $400. So if you guys get in that group and help me out, it's a two-way street. Okay, double hit pack this time, out of 99. That's Robert Herron for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then underneath him, we got Jake Locker for the Titans. Again, it's about both of us being efficient, if you understand that. Keenan Allen, fresh faces for the Chargers. Nice. Keep it up the color, guys. Jason Verrett for the Chargers. Okay, that's the orange version, and this was serial number 50 out of 60. Okay, we got our next intro coming up, and it's the refractive version. The intros are also 1 out of 96 packs. This one is Frank Gore for the 49ers. Okay. Again, they got the base die cuts, then they've got this the silver Prizm refractor, and then they got the gold out of 10, and there's a Finette, which is 1 out of 1. I have yet to pull a die cut that's 1 out of 1. Here's the base intro. This is James Laurinaitis. This is the one that we pulled 1 out of 10 in an earlier break. Okay, another one of those X's. Lamar Miller, Dolphins, serial numbered out of 125. Okay, so we got our first card that we're going to have to random off tonight. Okay, Emmitt Smith for the Cowboys, Walter Payton for the Bears. The Bears. Okay, we got our next auto. It is a base auto, but it's D Ford, Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, we got our next orange. This time it's Brandon Marshall for the Bears. Okay, our next hands team. This time it is Andre Johnson for the Texans, so the Texans crept back in there. Okay, green and yellow. Rookie Mettenberger, Titans. Okay, double hit pack coming up. The first one, fresh face, is Jordan Matthews for the Eagles. And then underneath him, we had E.J. Manuel, the red and yellow for the Bills. Okay, Benson Jackson, green and yellow for the Buccaneers. And then the last one, Charles Sims, also for the Buccaneers. Okay, so box number 2 in the books, guys. Okay, so 2 questions because A, I'm an idiot for not paying attention. Part of it's because of the my son's graduation and all the stuff that came with that. But are the Cavs playing tonight for the playoffs? I can't remember if they played tonight, and I might have played last night, and I just didn't catch them. And if they are playing, is there a score yet that I can that somebody can let me in on. I feel lost like Chuck, but I'll be honest with you, I hadn't even looked at ESPN at all today, and that's unlike me. Tomorrow? Okay, thanks. Keep my fingers crossed, but I see some color sticking out, and I think it might be a gold. We've been pulling a lot of oranges lately. I mean, I could be wrong, but we'll find out here shortly. If you guys aren't familiar, the gold parallels are out of 10. Unless it's an auto, in which case I've seen the numbers jump all over the place. Okay, so box number 3. Mr. Faithful. Okay, I'll respond later. Okay. Okay, my Mr. Texans man, I just let you know I just spied another Texans insert, another die cut, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Okay, so the first thing, we got the Air Marshal, Matt Ryan for the Falcons. It's the refractive parallel. Okay. And the Air Marshals are 1 out of 160 packs, so it's one of the harder ones. Okay, our next hands team. This time it's AJ Green for the Bengals. Okay, we got a green and yellow Carlos Hyde. Okay, and that's for the San Francisco 49ers. And I think that was the corner that I was thinking that was gold, so hopefully I didn't jack you guys up. Wasn't trying to. Sidney Rice for the Seahawks, red and yellow. Okay, our next class ring this time is Mr. Blake Bortles, Jaguars. Okay, green and yellow this time is for the Vikings, Dante Culpepper. Okay, Jason Merle for the Jets. Okay, here's what I was telling you about. This time it's Jadeveon Clowney. Believe the hype for the Texans. Okay, we got an NFL Red coming up. And these are out of 75. This time it is Monte Ball for the Broncos. Okay, I am not related to him, as far as I know. If I am, I think I better hit him up for some cash. Think he'd buy a case or two for me? Okay, fresh faces, 49ers, Carlos Hyde. Okay. Okay, 150 points, Panini Rewards. And underneath that, Mr. Andrew Luck for the Colts, red and yellow. Okay, another double hit pack. The first one, Dwayne Bowie, green and yellow for the Chiefs. And underneath that, Joseph Randall for the Cowboys. And that's the orange. Okay. Our next intro, another 49er, Frank Gore. Okay, out of 99, Calvin Pryor for the Jets. Okay. Our next fresh faces, this time is Brandon Cooks for the Saints. And our next auto, what is it with this guy? We pulled a dual relic earlier out of 25, and last week I pulled two 1-of-1s. So, out of 75, the refractive version, Johnny Manziel for the Browns. I've never been so hot with one player out of any of the stuff that I've done. I wish I'd get hot like that with Odell Beckham. Jimmy Graham for the Saints. Okay, double hit pack. TJ Jones for the Lions. And underneath him, we got Calvin Pryor again for the Jets. Whoops. Okay, we got another Air Marshal. I don't know what it is about this guy, but he seems to be a stronghold. This is our third one, Matt Ryan for the Falcons. It was our second base, and then the other one was the refractive version. Okay, then our last one, Mr. Patrick Willis for the 49ers. I have pulled two nice autos of Johnny Manziel, two 1-of-1s, and a nice dual relic out of 25. Kind of makes me wonder where it's going to stop. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the season brings. I know that rehab, that stuff's kind of hit or miss. Okay, so box number 4. Johnny Tebow. Maybe that's what they need to do. They need to genetically cross those two guys. Okay, so what did Blackhawks do? Score or win? Sweet. You have sweet tickets. And you didn't invite your favorite breaker? I mean, come on now. Well, I guess it's a good thing I didn't schedule a break during that time frame. I'd hate for you to lose out on your lines. Hey, but you had fun at the game. I'm not... The only way I can afford a suite is if I sit there and go to the candy aisle. Maybe one of these days I'll be, you know, in the major leagues as far as breaking is concerned. I could probably put myself in some of those positions, but it's all good though. Have fun, come back with a win, and then rejoin my breaks. Okay, so starting off, old school out of 125. Bob Greasy for the Dolphins. Do they fly out of North Carolina? Dude, they invented aviation. Where do you think the Wright brothers are from? Besides, I know where Fort Bragg is. I can go ahead and snag up on one of those, you know, Blackhawks, Chinooks, something. Khalil Mack for the Raiders, fresh faces. Guys, I've never seen this before. We've always pulled 2 out of the entire case. This is our 3rd one in the case. So that's 2 so far tonight. I apologize for that because I don't know what it is about the randoms, but much rather pull the actual autograph and not a rewards point. I'm pretty sure you guys feel the same. Okay, so our next one, A.J. McCarron for the Bengals. Another Antonio Brown hands team for the Steelers. Okay, Connor Shaw, red and yellow for the Browns. Okay, double hit pack. First one is a class ring for Sammy Watkins for the Bills. And then underneath that, Mr. Romo for the Cowboys. Orange. I would, but the problem with taking a Mac flight, since I'm retired now, I'm like Cat 5 or Cat 6 or something like that. By the time I get around and shake the dust off a seat for me, I'm into 2017. I'm actually going to try and use a Mac flight to get back over to Germany this fall, but we'll see how that goes. Geno Smith for the Jets, green and yellow. Mike Davis for the Raiders. Okay, our next Believe the Hype. This one is Johnny Manziel. Okay, out of 99. Mr. Brett Favre for the Jets. Our next fresh faces, I believe that's our second Keenan Allen for the Chargers. Okay, our next auto, it's not much of an auto. Serial numbered out of 300 for the Broncos, Cody Latimer. Just looked like a couple little hash marks. Okay, and underneath that we had Zach Ertz for the Eagles. Okay, last part of the stack. Here is the hard one to get. Mike Evans, class ring, and it's the refractive parallel. And those are out of 320, I believe. Yeah, the class rings and the head-to-head versions are out of 320 packs. Okay, so the Buccaneers got snagged that one up. Okay, Believe the Hype, Jimmy Garoppolo for the Patriots. Green and yellow, also for the Patriots, and that's James White's rookie card. Okay, we got another Air Marshal. This time it's Russell Wilson for the Seahawks. Okay, base, Ace Sanders for the Jaguars. And underneath that, here's a powerhouse, Eric Dickerson for the Rams. And then finally, double hit pack, Cam Newton intro for the Panthers. And underneath that, red and yellow, Alex Smith for the Chiefs. Yeah, the Air Marshals are sharp. They did a lot of die cut with this product. But probably my favorite die cut probably between the Air Marshals and the Fresh Faces, because they're plain and simple, but they still jump out at you. But I would have liked to see more color with the Air Marshals. A little bit more background color or something. And guys, don't go off for that coffee break, that soda run, or anything. If you're going to do it, just do it quick, because before too long we're going to be in box 6. And what that means is we'll be going into my promo phase, and we are up to $13 on the promo. Okay, so I would like everybody's participation. There's 12 of you in the room. I'd like to see 12 participants. So, guys, jump in, be alive, be awake. Help me stay awake. Yeah, I got yours. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Nick. If you go out and bring me a coffee, I'll pay for yours. And that way we both can stay awake tonight. I still got to stay up and get all these teams sorted out and start getting these packages staged up. Also, hey guys, just a reminder, tomorrow's Sunday. I'll be getting all the packages set up tomorrow, go through a couple of things, and then go into tomorrow night's breaks and get everything set up for Monday. So Monday morning I will go through, get everything weighed, and I'll do everything I can to get it out Monday. Last time, out of 82 packages, there was only 7 that got shipped Tuesday, and that's just, I had some discrepancy with the weights and just ran out of time. But I'm a one-man show, so all the sorting, listing, researching, sleeving, packaging, labeling, all that stuff, it does get tedious. So, but you guys will usually, you guys been here before, you guys know you usually get it within a couple of days of the break, so anyway, that's my spiel on that. I'll tell you what, you move, and either A, I can teach you how to drink coffee, or I'll buy your energy drink. Okay, guys, box number 5. Let's get it rolling. Okay, we're starting off with the bleep, if I can keep a hold of it. Believe the hype. Derek Carr for the Raiders. Okay, you called him earlier. It's not auto, but that just makes it better. Tom Savage, orange for the Texans. Got another class ring. Blake Bortles for the Jaguars. Coke or Dew? I can do that one too. Okay, Mr. Kaepernick, 49ers. Joseph Randall for the Cowboys. Okay, double hit pack, and I like what I see on the bottom, even though it's not serial number. First one is E.J. Manuel intro for the Bills, and then I love the colors on this. How about red and yellow with the Dolphins color for Dan Marino of the Dolphins? Okay, for the Seahawks, card number 75 or card number 7 out of 75. Russell Wilson for the Seahawks. This is the NFL red parallel. Okay, we got our next fresh face. This time it's Jeremy Hill for the Bengals. I have broke triple threads before. A lot of it has to do with the price line. And I'm actually looking at that and a couple other products. I'm looking at Leaf Clear, Triple Threads, and Supreme, because I want to be able to continue with these basic breaks that I'm doing. But at the same time frame, I want to be able to throw a couple premium products. But last week I fell about 250 short of getting the Triple Threads and the Supreme. So it just depends on what my budget's like and what my distributor quotes me at. Okay, here is a name I don't get a chance to call much of. Serial numbered out of 50. Matt Hazel for the Dolphins. Nice parallel auto right there. Good Lord, they flipped all over the place. But yeah, I do try and look at all product and then take a look at my budget and see if I can pick up 2 to 3 cases. If not, then I try and spread them from there. Alex Smith of the Chiefs intros. Okay, out of 99, There you go, Nick. Martavius Bryant. Getting tongue-tied here. So the Steelers popped in there. Good number right there. Good looking card too. Okay, next one. I don't know what it is. I guess this Texans guy wants some cards. Jadeveon Clowney. Fresh faces. We got our next auto. Out of 125. Terrence West for the Browns. Underneath that, Rashid Jennings, New York Giants, red and yellow parallel. Any Prizm draft yet? I didn't know Prizm draft was out. You talking about drafting the teams, or what are you referring to? Okay. We got another intro parallel. This is Russell Wilson for the Seahawks. Again, I believe those was out of, yeah, they're out of 96. Okay, another bleed the height. This time, Cody Latimer for the Broncos. Deion Buchanan for the Cardinals, green and yellow. And underneath that, old school right there, Paul Warfield. And that's for the Browns. Guys, I don't know what this is. This is our fourth Matt Ryan Air Marshal. Oh, it's a new product. Okay. I'll tell you what I'll do. It's probably so new and fresh that there's not much out there. So I don't know how good my quotes will be. But I'll send him a message Monday and take a look what the price line is. I didn't know Prizm Draft was out yet, but that'd definitely be something, especially the way normal Prizm's been treating me. So when did that release? Last week? Go ahead and continue with this while you guys answer. I keep forgetting that there's a delay. Okay, so our next one. Here you go, Nick. If I can hold on to it. How about green and yellow Ben Roethlisberger, Steelers? Okay, then our last hit for this box. It's another Deion Buchanan, but it's just a base for the Cardinals. Okay, so let me explain this. I'm getting ready to hit box number 6. Been in my breaks before. I know it's going to get monotonous and ho-hum. If you haven't been in my break, what I do is I give a $5 promo to anybody who can guess the last auto that I pulled out of the box. Hence, the last auto for the break. If you guess it correctly, you will get the promo. First couple of rules. 1, one guess per person. 2, once that person is picked, no other person can pick them. So if the 2 people pick Odell, the second one's going to have to repick. Okay, now here's where it gets interesting. As of last week, I started a progressive pot. So that $5 each time it goes through with someone not getting the guess, then I take 10 or 20% of that initial $5 pot, which is $1. And I add it too. Nobody has hit it in the numerous breaks since I've started it, and tonight we are at $13 for the pot. $13 is not what I send you in cash. $13 is not what you have to charge me or anything like that. $13 is what you use for a future break. Now, you have until I finish opening all the packs. Once I start going through and going through the stack and calling off the hits. Once I start, that's when the guesses stop. Right now, I've got Savage for Poppy out of the Texans, and I've also got Archer already popped in there from Nick. Okay, so get those guesses in. There's 12 viewers. Let's see 12 guesses. I mentioned to go ahead and give this $13 away. Again, it's for a future break. And Kid Rock will tell you I'll have to tweak that because eBay won't let me discount it the way that you would think I should. So let's get those guesses in there, guys and gals. Come on, Jeff. I know you're thinking. You debating whether or not to pick another line, or if you want to go ahead with somebody else. Hey, Big Poppy, do me a favor. Type in your guess one more time. $13 of you in there, and none of you guys want to give another guess? Surprised Kid Rock ain't jumped out there again. He was one of the last ones that I'd actually given the credit to, and we got him squared away for tonight, didn't we? So while I was waiting for everybody, we went ahead and processed his refund. DeMarco Murray. Last pack, guys. I'm even going to take a quick hot moment to go ahead and get me a drink and let you guys throw in a guess or two while I'm taking a drink. Jeremy Hill. Okay, so what I got? Dree Archer, Tom Savage, DeMarco Murray, and Jeremy Hill. Guys, unless something pops in about the next split second, all guesses are now stopped. Okay, good luck, everybody. Okay, so starting off, Demaryius Thomas for the Broncos hands team. Okay, out of 125, Arian Foster for the Texans. Okay, fresh face is Derek Carr for the Raiders. Okay, we got our first one. It's gold auto, Scott Crichton for the Vikings. This one in particular is serial number to 100. So the Vikings are on board as far as the hit's concerned. The good news is it wasn't one of the names, so it keeps those odds up. A.J. McCarron, red and yellow for the Bengals. And underneath that, orange, Monte Ball for the Broncos. We've seen this guy somewhere before. Mr. Clowney for the Texans, believe the hype. Okay. Got another Steeler, red and yellow, Martavis Bryant. Okay. Another Air Marshal. This time, the Lions got represented with Matthew Stafford. Green and yellow, Mr. Nelson, Green Bay Packers. That's pretty sharp too. Green and yellow uniform for green and yellow background. Okay. Redskins, Lachey Sheestrunk. Okay, another Derek Carr die cut. This time it's to believe the hype. And underneath that, we got Darrelle Revis for the Patriots. Okay, Toby Gerhart. It's for the Jaguars, and that's serial numbered out of 99. Okay, last stack. Good luck, everybody. Hopefully it's not a point card, because if it is, that means the Scott Crichton is the last auto, but good luck to everybody. So, starting off right here, Cody Latimer, Broncos, fresh faces. Pardon me. Okay. Oh, okay. The last card, or the next card is an auto. Let's see who it is. And it is gold. And nobody guessed this guy. So we are now at $14. Guys, the last auto in the case, Chris Borland. Okay, the Scott Crichton was gold too, right? And that was serial numbered out of 100. This one is 10 of 10. So nobody made that guess. Let me go ahead and make an annotation for 14. So my next break, the pot will be up to $14. Okay. We've gotten, I believe, 2 class rings that are... Yep. This is the second one. That is the silver refracted version. This is Mike Evans of the Buccaneers. And this is one of the harder ones to get. It's 1 out of 320 packs. Okay, another intro. Frank Gore for the 49ers. Back-to-back Tom Savages. The first one was a base card. This one is the orange version for the Texans. Okay, we got our second card that we're going to have to random. Brett Favre for the Green Bay Packers and Peyton Manning for the Broncos. Underneath that, Ryan Matthews for the Chargers, red and yellow. Okay. 49ers, Ronnie Lott. And then, last pack. Double hit pack, first one. This is a double Ram pack at that. First one's Eric Dickerson, base for the Rams. And underneath that, Kurt Warner out of 50, also for the Rams. Okay, guys, so I'm going to show these real quick, then I'm going to go into the random for the head-to-heads. Okay, and I'm going to put this down bottom because that's the big one. So the first one, Scott Crichton for the Vikings out of 100. Matt Hazel for the Dolphins out of 50. Terrence West for the Browns out of 125. Cody Latimer for the Broncos out of 300. Yeah, 300. Johnny Manziel for the Browns out of 75. D Ford for the Chiefs base. Jason Verrett for the Chargers out of 60. Michael Sam base for the Rams. David Yankee. Okay, and that's out of 100 for the Vikings. And then this big boy, Chris Borland, 10 out of 10 for the 49ers. Guys, this was a solid case all in all. We had 2 die-cut autos. We had 2 golds out of 10. Actually, 3 golds out of 10 out of this case. Really solid case. Some teams did better than others. But again, I appreciate everybody as far as the break was concerned. Guys, stick around. We'll go ahead and get everything set up for the random, and then we'll get up out of here.